In Major League Baseball, the NL West is heating up. Let's break it down. First, before we get into the content, folks, we'd like to encourage you to join the conversation in the comments down below. While you're down there, consider subscribing to Major League DNA and make sure you smash that like button for your boy AJ right over there.
Do it. The San Diego Padres are finalizing a sale to investor Jose E. Feliciano and his wife Kwanza Jones for an MLB record $3.9 billion. So, when the previous beloved owner, Peter Sadler, died in 2023,
Rest in peace.
the family was pushing pretty hard to sell the team. You know, this was really driven by the need to manage the nearly $1 billion in guaranteed player contract. Is, you know, obviously they needed to settle estate issues from the previous owner. This ownership team is going to face some pressure, right? I mean, they got to maintain this high spending. You know, the team's been really competitive on the field. So there's lots of questions kind of surrounding this. But what is most interesting about the Padres sell to you, Darren?
Let's take a step back from this sale.
Yeah.
Right? Let's talk about these two. Let's talk about the ownership group of, you know, Jose E. Feliciano, right?
Feliciano.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry. My apologies. I've heard it both ways.
Yeah, I have too.
Jose is the co-founder of a equity firm called Clear Lake Capital.
That is correct.
They own 61% of the Chelsea Football Club. There is a minority owner of that Chelsea Football Club. His name is Todd Boehly, right? Todd Boehly. He is a minor owner of the Chelsea Football Club. Todd is also a 20% owner of the Los Angeles Dodgers, which is another NL West team. Mark Walter is a majority owner of the Los Angeles Dodgers and also part owner with Todd in Chelsea Football Club. And this is according to SI.com. The atmosphere between the two ownership groups is a Civil War type vibe. And it is suggested that there is bad blood between these two. So you have two ownership groups of the same premier football team not agreeing on how the team should be owned, and one team is throwing its higher ownership percentage around, and the other team is just not accepting and not liking it. These two ownership groups do not like each other. So why am I bringing that up? Well, okay, so if Jose and his wife Kwanza don't like their minority owner, what do they do in spite of that? They go out and buy the only other for sale team that is directly in the same conference as the Major League Baseball team that they are the majority owner of that team. So, with both of them owning a Major League Baseball franchise in the same division, the NL West is going to get very, very interesting, AJ.
It sure is. It sure is.
So, anybody who knows ball knows that the Padres are not the Dodgers' rival.
Right.
They're not. Who is the Dodgers' rival, AJ? Actually, if you got this, I'd actually be kind of impressed.
Giants.
Nice. You got it. Nailed it. First try.
First try.
So,
I've been hanging out with you a lot. So
the Dodgers' rivals has been the Giants. It's always been that way back when they both were playing in New York. Do you know why the Mets colors are orange and blue?
I don't.
It's because it's to pay homage to the two teams that left New York, the Giants and the Dodgers.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because they were both New York teams back in the day. But anyway, so anybody knows that it's the Giants that are the Dodgers' rivals, right? I'm telling you, man, with two ownership groups that do not like each other, that both have infinite pockets, that are going to be going after each other in the same division, that could quickly change, my friend.
That could make things real interesting.
Yes, it definitely can.
Yeah.
Right now, as of the time of recording, the Dodgers and the Padres are tied for the top position in the NL West.
That is kind of crazy.
Yes. When it seemed like the Dodgers were running away with the division already,
Yeah.
They were the first team 10 wins, first team to 15 wins. Looked like they could do no wrong. And then they lost 2 games in Colorado. But the Padres weren't losing.
Boo.
Yeah, the Padres weren't losing, man. And the Padres weren't losing. And believe it or not, the Rockies actually took 2 games from the Blue Jays too, which is really interesting.
It's weird. I'm pretty sure I recall somebody saying in their preseason prediction that the Rockies could make the playoffs.
I don't know who that was.
Wasn't it you?
No.
I thought you said the Rockies could.
No, I said they make it above. I think they can make it to 500.
Oh,
But
okay.
they're not going to make it to the playoffs. Absolutely not. The team that's going to make the playoffs is going to be. I said the team that's going to make the playoffs is the A's.
Oh, the A's. That's right.
Yeah, the
Okay, fair enough.
San Francisco A's of Oakland.
Don't even try to figure it out,
Anaheim.
dude. It's just going to hurt
Anyway.
your soul.
But yeah, so that could quickly change, man. And as it sits right now, the new ownership group's not messing around. They actually signed Lucas Giolito.
I saw that today, right?
Yeah, they signed him today. The
Yeah.
free agent pitcher. Apparently, free agency's continuing in Major League Baseball.
Just keeps going.
They signed and Lucas Giolito's no slouch, man. He's a good pitcher.
Yeah.
He's the one you always reference when you say somebody who successfully survived 2 Tommy Johns. He's the dude. Like he's that dude. So they're gonna ramp him up, get him out there. But yeah, apparently the new ownership not messing around. They're spending some money already. So you love to see it. You love to see it. I don't know. Should the Dodgers be scared? Who knows?
So we want to hear what you guys think.
Yeah,
Let us know. Should the Dodgers be worried about the Padres?
Yeah, we want to hear from you. Let us know what your thoughts are in the comments down below.
So there's another interesting topic going on in baseball. And Greg, thanks for helping us out earlier in the show on this this particular topic. So there was few teams that have been talked about more over the last couple off seasons than the New York Mets. Right? These guys went out there and got Juan Soto 2 years ago. Paid him like $400 trillion. Okay, maybe it was 15 years, $765 million. You choose. I've heard it both ways.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, but then last year it seemed like they were ready to step into contention. They go out and get Luis Robert Jr. from the White Sox to cover center field. They paid him $20 million contract for a year. They got a team option for the next year. They signed Bo Bichette to a 3-year deal worth $126 million, which comes out to $42 million a year.
Mm-hmm.
Keep in mind, the 27 and 28 seasons for him are player options because there's so many players in the league that turn down $42 million a year.
Right.
They had Freddie Peralta for $8 million a year, Jorge Polanco to a 2-year, $40 million deal. They trade for Marcus Semien, who was on a 7-year, $175 million deal. He's got 3 years left on that deal, by the way. So these guys spend so much money this offseason. Estimated payroll for 2026 is $370 million.
Wow.
And how are they doing, Darren?
Oh, they're in last place, my friend.
What do you mean they just spent $370 million?
They're in dead last place in the division. And that's in the same division with the Florida Marlins, by the way.
Who's bad?
Yes.
The Marlins are bad, and they have not spent that much money.
No. Ironically, which team has made more money, the Dodgers or the Marlins last year?
I don't know.
It's the Marlins.
The Marlins made more money last year?
Yeah, believe it or not. That's how baseball works, folks. Teams that actually spend money don't make any. And the teams that don't spend cry about being poor and make all the money. But yeah, so according at the time of recording, now apparently that just changed, but they did go on a 12-game losing streak, which is, terrible for a team like this.
Really terrible.
Yes, they just won, so good for them. But yeah, actually, we have an update here. Let's go ahead and get this one on the screen here. Greg Hawkins. The Mets are
I
now
like
tied.
Hopkins better.
Hopkins too. Yeah. It's a name you want to have,
Yeah.
But anyway, so the Mets are now tied for last with the Phillies, who are currently on an 8-game losing streak themselves and have the 5th highest payroll in baseball. Oh, we're getting to that.
Also, just for the record, that Phillies 8-game losing streak was very much thanks to the Braves sweep that they handed
Yeah,
them.
it's just a little broom right there,
Yeah,
a little
boom.
dustpan. Get that out there.
Go Braves.
So yeah, according to SportTrack.com, the Mets actually have the highest payroll in actual money that's owed in $333 million. The Dodgers are at $297 million. So I think with both of those are both not including penalties and
Correct.
overages and stuff like that.
That is correct. I
So
did say
technically
that.
on money wise, that just the players, the Mets actually have the highest payroll in baseball. So what happened to buying championships, AJ?
Well, I mean, you can't
Isn't
just
that-
buy championships, dude. You can't just go out there and spend all the money in the world and then just win back-to-back championships.
No, you definitely cannot. You definitely cannot. And we actually talked about this last week.
We did.
So I know it's early, and the Mets, they do have the second highest payroll in baseball. They had it last year, actually. They had the second highest payroll in last year, which is funny, AJ, because who missed the playoffs last year?
I believe that would be that's right, the New York Mets.
That's right. So again, top 3 payroll in baseball doesn't promise you anything. It doesn't mean anything.
They did pay Juan Soto like $400 trillion. Don't forget that.
Yes, exactly. $400 trillion. So why are they bad, AJ? Well, first of all, they're old, right? You take Soto out of the game, which he took himself out of the game, which if anybody thought he was going to make it a 15-year contract without getting hurt several times was not paying attention. You can't be that durable for that long in your career and not get hurt. So anybody's like, oh my gosh, signs that contract, immediately gets hurt. Yeah, it was coming, dude. It was happening.
But also you signed him to a 15-year deal so that you could reallocate some of that money over a 15-year contract.
Yeah, exactly. So anyway, you take Soto out, and you got a bunch of old dudes on this team. People
Really
on the
old.
wrong side of 30.
Yeah.
I mean, Bo's 28, but he's coming off of a leg thing from last year, and he's also playing out of position. He's playing third base when he's a natural shortstop. Lindor is 32. He's your shortstop, 32. You mentioned Marcus Semien. He's 35 and your second baseman. Luis Robert Jr., he's 29, but again, that guy's made of glass, and he hasn't been the same since Jose Ramirez, knocked him clean out.
That's a good point. His whole career changed at that point right there.
Yeah, he's never been injured. He's never been healthy.
Did sign a big contract though.
Did sign a fat contract.
Yep,
so
$20 million a year. Third highest paid player on the Mets payroll.
which is insulting for that.
Yeah.
So we did talk about this last week. Who's the glue guy of the Dodgers?
Easy, Max Muncy.
Exactly. In fact, they traded him last year for the Mets. The Mets traded their Max Muncy, and that's Brandon Nimmo. You know who they traded him for? Marcus Semien.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Which doesn't make a whole lot of sense.
They're like, we got a glue guy. Get rid of him. Let's get somebody else in here.
Yeah. And then they also got rid of their Freddie Freeman, who was Pete Alonso, his first baseman. Now he took a walk over to Baltimore. He signed a contract there, a 6-year deal over there in Baltimore.
Yeah.
So you got rid of your franchise player in Pete Alonso, and you got rid of your glue guy, Brandon Nimmo, who's also homegrown. And then you bring in Freddie Peralta, who's 1-2 so far this year with a over 4 ERA, and you trade away a bunch of your depth to get him. Now, luckily, they still have a top 5 farm system in that, but that's kind of my point, man. You can't just buy a team and win the press conference. You can't just sign talent. You need the Max Muncies. You need the Pajeses.
They won the press conference, though.
Oh, they totally won it.
Yeah.
They totally won it.
They won the offseason for sure. Because on paper, looking at it, you're like, this team could be really good. They just signed a bunch of talent. They just paid a bunch of money for all these guys.
You think that the ownership and the front office of the Mets would have figured this out when they signed Max Scherzer and what's his name, Verlander?
Yeah.
And then immediately regretted it and traded them both to 2 different Texas teams within the same year.
Split them up. That'll help.
Yeah, that'll help us. And they're still paying a lot of their contracts, right?
Yeah.
So you think they would have learned their lesson, but no. You got to understand you have to not only buy talent, yes, when it comes available, but 2, you got to maintain your own talent, which you had in Pete Alonso and Brandon Nimmo. But you also have to develop like your Pajeses and stuff like that and get these guys that are not necessarily the top of the order, but the ones that come through and the ones that come through your system. That's what's important in baseball. You can spend all the money you want. The Yankees have been top 5 in payroll for, the last 5-6 years. And in one of those years, they also didn't make it the playoffs either. So this whole notion that spending money will buy you a championship, ask Mets fans how that's going for them.
I don't think you want to because they probably won't love that comment very much.
Yeah. Well,
let us know if you're a Mets fan. Go ahead and tune into the comments.
Yeah, let us know. So congrats on getting that win tonight, guys. Apparently, they traded for Luke Weaver. They're obsessed with stealing Yankees players, by the way.
They're just like, come across the subway.
Yeah, it's just really weird. Really, really
They're
weird.
like, it's so much more convenient because we don't have to pay them to relocate.
I guess so. But yeah, so it's going to be kind of interesting, man. A couple of comments we want to hit there from Greg Hawkins on this one. Cubs have won 8 straight. Let's go.
Let's go, Cubs.
We got the Cubs and Dodgers this Friday at 8:10 p.m. on Apple TV. Thanks.
Sweet.
Can you see that? Top 3 teams in run differential. Greg, you just know how to hit. You know how to hit the comments hard on this one, and this is perfect. The top 3 teams in run differentials are the Braves, Dodgers, and Cubs.
Go Braves.
You love to see it.
You really do. I mean, especially for 3 people on the same
exactly
in the same communication. Yeah. Go Braves.
Exactly. You gotta love it.
Yeah.
So speaking of run differential and you mentioned the Dodgers twice there. So we gotta talk about the Dodgers.
We gotta break in, absolutely.
We gotta talk about the Dodgers.
Yeah.
Shohei Ohtani did it again, my friend. He set only a record that only he can. By the way, we need to leak video to it somewhere of the greatest of all time conversation.
Probably be up there.
Right up there?
Yeah.
Okay. But anyway, so did you hear about the record that Shohei Ohtani broke?
I mean, I heard about him
Or
reaching base in 53 straight regular season games.
Yes, but before that happens, he actually reached base on 43 games, which broke the most for a Japanese-born player from Ichiro.
Oh, nice.
And he also, most important part about that, AJ is also in the middle of a 32 scoreless inning streak as well.
That is very impressive, dude.
So the two-way conversation, I mentioned this in that previous video.
Yes.
That needs to go to bed because now Shohei Ohtani has set the record for having 32 scoreless inning streaks at the same time of being on base 43 games in a row.
Yeah.
That's the only player to ever do it in history. Babe Ruth did it, but he did it on 2 separate times in 2 different seasons. So the two-way title has to belong to Shohei Ohtani. I think we need to put that one to bed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway,
Yeah.
Congratulations to Shohei Ohtani. I think that's awesome. We want to hear from you folks there. Are you an Ohtani lover, hater? We want to hear it.
Absolutely.
all
We
right.
sure do. On the Ohtani situation, did you see the Blue Jays comment?
No.
So the Blue Jays, the head coach of the Blue Jays, said that they planned on putting Shohei Ohtani on base during Game 3 of the World Series,
No kidding.
purely in an attempt to tire him out before he was planned to pitch for Game 4.
Oh,
They said
smart.
they did it on purpose, and that was a long game.
That was a long game. Smart.
So they said that they did it on purpose. That's why they gave him so many intentional walks, because he's a base running fool. They're like, if we can get him on base and make him run some more, maybe that will tire him out
Smart.
before he pitches for Game 4. You didn't see that?
No, that is brilliant, though.
Crazy, yeah.
Absolutely brilliant. I love it. Did you hear what the Cubs manager had to say
No.
about Shohei Ohtani?
No.
Yeah, basically calling out the Dodgers, saying it's cheating that the Dodgers get to have one extra player because of Shohei Ohtani.
Do they get to have one extra player?
No, they don't. Everybody has a 26-man roster, and the difference is the Dodgers get to have one more pitcher because he's a player. Because every other team will have 13 pitchers, 13 position players, right? Because you have Ohtani, you technically get to have 13 players, but he's also a pitcher. He doesn't count as one, so you technically get 14 pitchers. So the Dodgers get 14 pitchers and 13 position players. So you only have a 26-man roster, but you basically have 27 players on your team because he is a starting pitcher too. So
I mean, go out and find yourself a two-way player.
that's exactly what Dave Roberts said. Dave Roberts said he is a unique talent, and he has a unique rule. Nothing's stopping anybody from doing
And I'm
that.
not saying I'm like, but I just feel like that is a very like void point.
Yeah.
Because if anybody else had a pitcher that could hit like Shohei Ohtani, they're going to be using them.
Yes. Yeah. I like this comment. This basically is like Shohei Ohtani counts as 2. And it's, it's the Cubs manager that was saying this. And I think it's funny that everybody's coming out and saying this, but no one seemed to care when he was on the Angels. This wasn't a problem. The two-way Ohtani rule was a rule that was established in 2022 when he was still with the Angels. No one cared then. They only seem to care now when he's on the Dodgers.
Now they're cheating. The Dodgers are cheating now.
Yeah.
Only now.
Yeah. I mean, I will go back and say a little bit there. I think I kind of understand a little bit. Oh, Tani's getting extra time and when it starts to get ramped up, in between
Right.
innings. There's a little bit of that there, which I think is fair. But it's really funny. It's coming from George Springer in the World Series, where he's like, "Why is he getting to pitch so long? This is ridiculous. Why is he getting so much time?" And when the Blue Jays played the Dodgers, he did it again. He's like, "Oh, why is he getting so much time?" It's really funny to hear from George Springer, a former Houston Astro player, accusing another player of cheating.
Right.
That's just really funny to me.
Yeah.
I get a good
You're
kick
like,
out of that.
You sure that's where you want to go with this? Like,
Yeah.
You sure about that?
Yeah, just like what are we doing here? What are we doing here? No one cares because the Angels were bad. Yeah, it only matters when the team's good, right? Meanwhile, the Dodgers are on a generational run. Yeah, and you got to knock down the people on the top while they're up there. But yeah, anyway, so talking about people on the top, AJ.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and break into it, man. So the power rankings came out on Monday, and there's been a lot of change. Why don't you go ahead and break down the top 3 for us?
Well, I don't have this one in front of me, actually.
Oh, okay. Well, here you go.
I missed. perfect. Oh, well, now they can see my screen. Okay, we're good. That's kind of where I figured we were at.
Okay.
Number 1, Dodgers.
Same as last week.
Number 2, Atlanta Braves.
There you go.
Please hold the applause. Hold the applause.
Up from 3.
I can't hear it anyway.
Yeah, up from 3, which was a big jump for them. When you're in the top 5, any change is kind of big.
I'm just saying.
Congrats, my
they
friend.
look like one of the best teams in baseball right now.
They definitely do. And that's kind of my argument. I'd say with the Dodgers dropping 2 to the Colorado Rockies, did your team lose 2 to the Colorado Rockies?
The Braves have not lost a series this season.
Technically, that isn't a loss. It's a push. But the Dodgers have lost a series. And that's kind of my point, though, is that the Braves have not lost a series so far this season. The Dodgers have. So, yeah, you got an argument there, man.
It's because they're the Dodgers, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm not saying that offensively. You know what I mean? But
No.
you're the defending 2-time world champions. You're still winning a ton of baseball games. And the Braves look good.
Look great.
But they've had a few games where it's like, uh-oh.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, Reynaldo Lopez came out last night and really, really struggled in like 4 innings. And, that was our first loss in 6 games.
Yeah.
The last loss was Chris Sale came out and just absolutely fell apart through 4 innings.
Mm-hmm.
And his only loss this season. And he's 3-1, I believe, now in his 4 starts. So they're, but the Braves look good, man. Defense, their offense has been fantastic. Matt Olson's all of a sudden turned his bat on in the last 4 or 5 games. I think he's got 4 home runs in the last 5 games.
Yeah,
so
well, that's good because that trade where they traded for him and then didn't sign Freddie Freeman, I'm like, what are you doing? Like, comparatively, the production that between Freddie Freeman and Matt Olson hasn't even been close,
right?
Yeah. So you're kind of like, so it's nice to kind of see him come around there, the hometown kid. The Padres are number 3. This was before the sale was finalized and everything. Really cool to see them at the number 3 spot because, again, having this team in the same division as the Dodgers is going to be nice because it's going to be nice to have the Dodgers actually have something to play for throughout the rest of the season, which is something I'll get into in Greg's comment here in a minute. But it's kind of nice to actually have a reason to want to play the regular season for the Dodgers.
Yeah. Yeah, like they need to win.
Yeah.
They got to keep winning. They can't take a bunch of early losses.
Yeah. Number 4 is the Yankees, down from number 2 down to number 4. But the one that I actually want to talk about here, and sorry, Yankees fans, we're skipping right over you, but you're still in the top 5, so just be happy about that.
Yeah, be happy.
Number 5 is the Pittsburgh Pirates. AJ, the Pittsburgh Pirates are number 5 on the power rankings this week.
Are the Pirates playing that good of baseball
They
right now?
are playing that good of baseball right now.
That is impressive.
So
I have not seen a Pirates game. I'm going to be honest. I've seen probably the Braves are at 24. I've probably seen 20 Braves games so far this season.
Yeah. So the Pittsburgh Pirates do have a Brave player on there. So I was wondering what, you might want to catch one of those. Marcelo Ozuna is on the Pittsburgh Pirates.
Yeah, but he's not a Brave anymore.
No, so he's dirt to you, right?
He's dirt. Yeah.
So speaking of which, the Pirates, congratulations to the Pirates. I think that's awesome. You got Paul Skeens on your team.
How is Ozuna playing? Has he been playing okay?
I don't know. I haven't looked it up. I don't watch a lot of Pittsburgh Pirates games.
You don't either.
It's the Pirates, dude. Who cares? But anyway, so something did happen. There's very much a viral moment that happened with the Pittsburgh Pirates. Did you see this? So
No.
Jake Mangum created a viral moment, and this was on the 19th of April. He tossed a baseball to a fan wearing his jersey. Right? He threw it up to her. Her brother said he'd catch it for her. He caught it for her, and the brother gave the ball to her, and he immediately gave it to her. She hugged her brother and just immediately started crying, was super excited that she got the ball from her favorite player. It was a nice little heartwarming thing between siblings, and it happened on national TV, created this viral moment, right?
Yeah.
Now, we always like to trash on the Pirates and the owner, Bob Nutting,
Yes, we have.
For
Absolutely.
the way he's running his team. And, none of this changes that, by the way. But when he saw that, Bob Nutting, the owner of the Pirates, great last name, by the way, is inviting his family to join him in his suite in an upcoming home game to get to watch.
That's really cool.
And before the game, that little girl gets to meet Jake Mangum before the game.
Dude, you can't beat that.
So
That is pretty cool as an owner.
very cool as an owner.
Yeah.
While we don't like how you're running your team, you got to tip your cap to the owner who actually understands what's important about baseball, and that's the kids. You had that viral moment between a brother and his sibling, his sister, and to have an owner to see like, okay, that's baseball right there.
Yeah.
And to level it up. Good on you, man. Tip of the DNA Sports Recap to Bob Nutting, which is something I never thought I'd say.
Yeah.
But congrats, dude. That's awesome.
Also, for the record, Marcell Ozuna's playing not great this year. So he's got 73 at bats, scored 6 runs, batting average is at 178. He's got 20 strikeouts. He has hit 2 home runs. Not the best season for the Big Bear.
Definitely not. Definitely not. So
considering he was hitting almost 300 all last season with the Braves.
Well, you can't. Not everybody can play well when they leave Atlanta.
Hey, go Braves!
Except for Max Fried.
Oh,
Is that too soon? Too soon.
Freddie Freeman.
That's not. That's
Whatever. Okay, it doesn't matter. Go Braves anyway.
So before we jump off on that, there's one thing I want to talk about when it comes to Major League Baseball, and that is jerseys. We talked last week about our favorite jerseys that were coming up for sale.
Yep.
And let's see here. Let's go with this. Is this one I was looking for? Here it is. I hate this when you try and pull up a thing here. It doesn't really work the way you want it to work. Let's see here.
Type faster.
Okay. So, do you want to hear the list? Oh my gosh. Just give me
I do want to hear the list.
So, top selling list of Major League Baseball. Take a guess who's the top 3.
Shohei Ohtani.
Shohei Ohtani's
Mike
number 1.
Trout.
Nope. If I can get this to actually pull up what I want it to pull up.
Who would be next? Aaron Judge.
Nope. I can't believe I can't pull this up. Okay. MLB.
Ohtani's number 1 though, for sure.
Tommy's number 1. Absolutely.
Okay. Number 2. Who's the next most popular baseball player? I would say Aaron Judge would probably be. Is he number 3?
Nope, not number 3. So the top 1 is Shohei Ohtani. Number
Okay.
2 is going to be Yoshinobu Yamamoto.
You're kidding me.
No, so the top 2 selling jerseys in Major League Baseball right now is going to be Dodger players.
Okay.
Number 3 is Aaron Judge. You're correct on that one.
Okay.
Okay, and number 4 is Cal Raleigh, Seattle Mariners. Number 5, Mookie Betts. So 3 out of the top 5 are Dodger players. And if you go into the top 10, that adds Freddie Freeman in there too. But
Is there any Brave players in the top 10?
no.
Damn
No,
it.
not in the top 10. But do you
It's
want to
rigged.
know?
This is a rigged system.
But do you want to know who's got more jersey sales than Bryce Harper, Juan Soto, Vladimir Guerrero Jr., Francisco Lindor, Ronald Acuna Jr., Paul Skeens, Josh Naylor, and Christian Yelich?
I do.
Kike Hernandez.
Kike! I don't hate that at all.
So a nice little throw that out there.
That's
So it's a
actually,
little fun
that's
thing. I
actually
saw.
awesome.
Yeah. Number 12.
I want to know people that because I'm not a Dodgers fan, right? But are people that not Dodgers fans? Are you guys also fans of Kike Hernandez?
Oh, he's so awesome.
He's so funny, dude. Watch any of his interviews and then tell me how you can't love him.
Do you know what he said what he'd be doing right now if he wasn't playing baseball?
No.
He said, I'd probably be a stripper.
Yeah, that sounds like a Kike answer.
Yeah. Number 12. 12 most selling jersey in Major League Baseball. Kike Hernandez.
And he's not even like a full-time starter for that team. Is he?
No,
Like-
he's not. He hasn't even started playing this year yet. But yeah, number 17 is Ronald Acuna Jr., which is the only Brave on the list.
Go Braves.
Pico Armstrong is number 10, by the way, Greg. So nice
That's
to see
actually
you.
really good.
Yeah, so it's really cool. I thought that was a fun little thing there. I want to throw there at the end of the episode there. A couple things here we want to talk about. First is the Dodgers are playing a different strategy than the rest of us. Early losses mean nothing to LA. Absolutely. As long as going into October, everybody's healthy,
But
probably
you
in
also
September.
want to win your division though.
Do we?
Do you not? You got the Padres in there?
True. Now we do. But
Right.
now it's going to be an issue. But honestly, that would actually just be terrible where you go into the playoffs, you win this actually happened. You win the division, and then you immediately get knocked out in the first round by a wild card team. That's so like it's what happened when the Dodgers and the Giants both made the playoffs. The Giants won the division. The Dodgers won the wild card. It's the only time the Dodgers have lost the division in 15 years straight. They've won the division every single year, and they immediately drove the Dodgers and then lost it in 5 games to the Dodgers. Yeah, so that happens. Anyway, last comment here we got from Greg Hawkins is the entire NL Central is playing lights out in
Dude,
baseball
that is
right now.
so true.
So, except for the Brewers, aren't they in last place right now too?
Brewers are 13-10.
No, I could have sworn they were. Who am I thinking of?
The Pirates are they're tied with the Pirates at 13-10.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I mean, the Pirates are. I mean, you were just saying how Pirates are in the power rankings. The Reds are top of that division right now, 16-9.
Yeah, gosh. Cubs are 15-9.
Yeah.
Reds 16-9.
Cardinals, Brewers, Pirates.
My goodness.
That is a tough division right now. Holy cow.
Wow. Where'd that come from?
I know none of those teams are teams you'd think would have a record like that.
By the way, the Brewers are in last place in their division, so I was right. Thank you.
Are they?
Yeah, they're in the last place of their division. They're 13-10, 2 games back of the Reds, who are 16-9 in their division. So
see, that's weird because mine shows them tied with the Pirates at 13-10.
the Pirates are 14-10.
Oh, okay. Maybe this didn't.
I'm on the MLB app,
Okay,
so I don't know.
fair enough. All I know is Braves are 17-8.
We've seen it both ways, right?
Yeah, I've seen it both. Yeah, exactly. That's the one.
Yeah, 17-8. Yeah, I see that too.
Yeah.
Technically the Dodgers are tied with the Padres for first place, 16-7. Diamondbacks, they are in the power rankings too. We just didn't talk about them because they're a little lower. They jumped up. They're 13-10. Yeah, wow.
What's crazy is that Mets and Phillies, dude. Both those teams at 8-16.
Yeah, but again, the Phillies just basically re-signed all their own talent. They went $300 million in debt to re-sign their own talent, which didn't, get them where they wanted to be last year.
Didn't put them in the position they wanted, yeah.
No, exactly. And then they also signed who they signed? No, their best pitcher signed with Ranger Suarez. Who do you end up going? Who you end up going with? You end up going to New Do Oh, that'd be so sad. Do you end up going to the Mets? Where'd he end up at? No, Red Sox. He went to the Red Sox.
Red Sox,
Yeah.
Ranger Suarez is good
brain,
too.
Big brain. For baseball stuff, anything else out of that, it's completely gone.
Yeah.
But yeah, so really interesting, man. I could talk baseball all day, and I'm pretty sure you can too, AJ. But I'm pretty sure the people watching us right now are tired of listening to us yammer on for, Oh wait, we got another comment here. Let's get to it. The Phillies signed a great group. They are 2 or 3 years past their window.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a great.
And
way
that's
of putting
exactly the problem, though.
They overachieved last year. They
overachieved last year, and they signed a great group of guys that were good 2 to 3 years ago, and now they're all teetering on the edge of their window of greatness.
Yeah, like if you can't have Bryce Harper and Kyle Schwarber on the same team.
Exactly.
They need to be a Freddie Freeman.
Yeah.
The third or fourth best player on the team.
And then you're great, but you have to bring in some guys that need an opportunity to turn the corner and make their whole franchise a little bit better. And none of the guys that the Phillies re-signed are capable of that.
They went after Bo Bichette and missed, but I'm pretty sure they're pretty happy with it now. I mean, he's not really doing anything for the Mets. But, ended up on the other teams on the bottom. Yeah. So, and, I think it's really funny. The Mets are very much like the Yankees, which is funny because they're both in New York. But when Juan Soto went down, that team sucks. When Judge goes down, the Yankees can't buy a win either. Like it's just kind of funny how those two teams are led by their generational talent, and then,
it shows the Braves are scary though. We lost a couple of starting pitchers right at the beginning of the season.
Yes. And point of order there on a baseball thing we have to talk about. You only have one ace on your team.
Is it Chris Sale?
No, your ace is Spencer Strider.
How was Chris Sale not an ace?
You can only have one ace on your team, unless you're the Dodgers.
I choose Chris Sale.
Yeah. Okay. So I'll take Quadzilla on your team. He's like, with our aces not in the lineup. So you even said it, and Chris Sale is in your lineup. So you didn't say your aces in the lineup.
Oh, yeah. Damn it.
But you said your aces, and technically you're only allowed one ace on a team.
Oh, okay.
It's your game 1 opening day starter and your game 1 starter in the playoffs. That's your ace. And only really 5 teams have a real true ace. And I think that the Braves do have one, and because Spencer Strider, I think, qualifies. But anyway, so I just thought it'd be fun. Anyway, we want to hear from you folks. Let us know what your thoughts are in the comments down below. Who's the ace of your staff for the team that you like? We want to hear from you. Let us know what your thoughts are in the comments down below.
And are they as good as Spencer Strider?
Exactly. Thanks again for watching, folks. As a reminder, we'd like to encourage you to join the conversation in the comments down below. While you're down there, consider subscribing to Major League DNA if this is the content that you enjoyed. And also smash that like button for your boy AJ right over there.
Do it.